Hello, unique awesome people. In this video, I'm doing a follow-up to the profile picture talk. I'm going to show you here right now. Imagine if I was taking a picture. See how my shadows change in my face? See how my face is totally changing? All these different lighting angles make a very big difference. So when you're playing in natural lighting, like I talked about in that profile picture video, keep in mind that it really depends, where you are. You might have too much lighting, you might have too little, you might have too much shadowing. I can kind of see now. So this is where I'm going to keep my video. But this is how I learned to do it in the natural lighting. I just kind of play around until I'm not squinting, but it's not too shadowed, right? So not only is it really important to have a good profile picture, and the reason for that I'm just going to reiterate is because when you're private messaging somebody in particular, like you're making that initial contact, you want to say like, hey, how are you? And maybe that person has heard, hey, how are you, a few times today. Maybe they are going to need a little bit more than that to spark their attention, depending on who the person is you're contacting, male or female. Yes, we know, guys, you have a harder time out there than women, but women struggle as well, so this information is just as valid for both men and women. You got to think about your profile icon. So on Facebook, for example, you have like the larger square picture in the background, which should be something that's just like meaningful to you in general. And then you've got the circle picture. And then in the circle picture, your live feeds, you can click on that and you'll see all the things people have been uploading, but the overall circle picture will remain, and that is your profile icon picture. So that's the picture that appears in a private messenger. So when you're talking to somebody and you see their profile icon, you look at it and you recognize it, you look forward to it, you think it's delightful, or it's not very recognizable at all, it's hard to make out, you can't see their face. You can tell by looking at other people's profile icons what I'm talking about. So if you don't pick a good profile icon to be in the circular area of the main profile Facebook page that you have, then when you do message somebody, you may or may not be recognizable, rememberable, and all these various things, because unfortunately, especially online, we live in an aesthetic pleasing world. So, doing the whole I just don't give a shit thing, that's the energy you're putting out. If you're putting out that I don't give a shit, or I just don't know any better, then that's going to be the energy you're putting out into the online world. Now, I can hear all you humble people going I don't want to be a selfie king or queen. I don't want to master taking selfies. I don't want to be that person. I'm humble. I don't care about taking pictures of myself. And that's great. It's a great attitude to have. And at one point, I totally embodied that attitude. But you'll realize in time, you're just going to keep falling short and finishing last. In today's day and age, things are moving forward. Online is important. So you have to just do what I did. Surrender. Make the effort and put the I give a fuck energy out there. Because as soon as you start giving a fuck, other people are going to start giving a fuck about you back. So, for example, I was motivated to make this particular video today because I was speaking with a really nice man on a polyamorous Facebook group who was saying hey, thank you for that compliment. I haven't been given one in a long time. Basically, I haven't been having much luck online. And I know men have a harder time online, and once you start only looking at the polyamorous community, it's even harder sometimes. So the energy you're putting out is really important, and I politely tried to let him know that the expression on his face, was very detouring. Most women would have perceived the expression on his face, which was one of these, as my life sucks, I don't really like myself, I'm not very confident, or I'm not taking this seriously. One of some of those. Not trying to be a know-it-all, but some of what I'm saying is going to resonate with a lot of women. So it's important for me to, tell a guy that, right? Maybe he made that face because he's like, I got to take a picture. This isn't going to work. Women always act mean to me. Why am I doing this? Whatever the reason being, you've got to think about your facial expression, because your eyes, the softness in your face and the tightness in your jaw, everything matters. Everything sends an indirect incoherent message to people, right? And they're going to be perceiving it without even realizing it, And when you see people in modeling or people in profiling, for criminal profiling and stuff, all these types of things matter. When you look into personality disorders and stuff, there's certain expressions people always make. You can tell by looking at them. When you're looking to catch a liar, they're doing certain things with their body energy that you can tell. And so, we clearly, naturally are able to perceive people's energy through the way they carry themselves. So your picture is so much more important than you probably realize, let alone a video, right? There's also an ability to upload a video as your profile picture, which I think is really eye-catching and a really smart idea. I haven't actually taken the time to do that myself, so giving myself a kick in the butt during this talk right now to prioritize doing that. And I'm gonna prioritize doing that. Why? Because I give a fuck. So I guess the point is like, it's not one or the other. It's not, I'm so humble, I don't give a shit, I'm never gonna do any of this, or I'm a total, self-indulged, social media, attention-seeking fiendbag. There's a huge space in between those two worlds. And that's where people who want to, have some more success in life, and in particularly probably have it online a bit, are gonna have to find a more comfortable space to settle into and practice. Because if you're not good at learning how to smile, and I'm not saying I'm a pro, but I have been practicing, so you can smile like. You can do it a lot of different ways, right? So once you do it a number of times, that I don't give a shit and that awkward thing starts to dissipate and you become more confident and more fluent. It's just like anything, It's like the first time you had sex. It was probably really awkward. So just think about it like that. It's just like learning to ride a bike, learning how to cook, learning how to have sex. This is something you need to do. The internet is a part of our culture. It is not going anywhere anytime soon. And the more we practice, the more we get comfortable and fluent with it, right? So get confident. Don't turn into an egotistical selfie posting maniac, and have a great day. Thank you for listening.